Wow. That is all I have to say. Jurgen Klopp is leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. I think it's a decision from Klopp that no one saw coming, not even Liverpool fans alike all across the globe. There's a lot of shock, emotion, tears, some happiness from rival supporters, I would say. But at the end of the day, this is a massive shock to the footballing community, and will probably bring about a lot of wholesale changes. Not too much to just to Liverpool, but also to the whole Premier League in general. Klopp has been a sort of benchmark for Premier League managers over the years, both him and Pep Guardiola, particularly in the last 7 to 8 years since Klopp's been at the Liverpool. He's been there 8.5 years, but it's just an absolute shock to see such a big personality of the footballing world leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. I don't think it's a news anyone saw coming. But yeah, what's going on, guys? It is Catch back with another video on the channel. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't sure I'd be making this video. I do have another video coming out over the weekend about Jordan Henderson, but obviously this video takes precedence, so let's get straight into it. So yes, indeed, you heard that correctly. Jurgen Klopp will leave Liverpool at the end of the current Premier League season. Alright, actually in the end of the season in general. And as I mentioned already, it's a massive shock, not so much to Liverpool, but to the whole footballing landscape in general. And when Klopp was interviewed about this in the video released by Liverpool's official page on Twitter, he stated a lot of the fact that he's run out of energy, and to be perfectly honest, I agree with that. After 8.5 years at the helm of one of the biggest clubs in world football, I can imagine how much of a toll it would take on managers and on not so much players, but on managers and coaching staff in general. The fact that Klopp's a German native, is foreigner to England and the Premier League, the fact that he took to it so well and managed to bring a pretty average Liverpool team into one of the best teams playing football around the globe as it currently stands is a credit to both his own work, his staff's work, and the players around him and their work ethic as well. I think he's just an awesome person to work for as a player. As a manager, he's probably top 3 at least in the last 10 years, in my opinion. I'd probably put him alongside Guardiola and Ancelotti in the last decade as those managers. But a sad day for Liverpool fans, but I think, to be perfectly honest, it was a day that was coming. I think the timing is probably a bit off in terms of how sudden and how frequent it is. He's probably gone for the shock value of the news, but yeah, it's a massive news that's come out in the football world, and I think it'll be a shock for many more hours and days to come. And also the fact that his whole backroom stuff is going with him as well, the likes of Pep Linders, Peter Krowitz, and Vitor Matis, as well as Jorge Kramadek, I think is his name, the transfer director, who was only brought in at the start of this season. He'll be leaving at the end of the January transfer window, which is only a couple days away, but the rest of Klopp's backroom staff will be leaving with him as well at the end of the season. Klopp has done so much for Liverpool since he joined in 2015 after a very average season under Brendan Rodgers, and then Rodgers 2014, I think it was 14-15, or was it? No, it was 15-16 actually. Had a very average start to that season. Klopp came in straight away, and he gave the whole from doubters to believers. Many Liverpool fans at that point in time were doubting the club and what direction they were going in, and I think in the pragmatic and boisterous German in Jurgen Klopp, they got their identity back again, and Klopp's given the club many great moments over the years. To spring to mind, obviously the 4-3 against Dortmund in the Europa League, the 4-0 Barcelona semi-final, who could ever forget that, and also the Premier League title for the first time in 30 years. I think that's the big moment. Liverpool fans have always dreamed and wanted that Premier League title, and for 30 years it never came. And the fact that Klopp finally delivered that in a season that was obviously halted by coronavirus, and there's a lot of issues going on with that. The fact he won it in that season shouldn't take away from the achievement he did. And if it wasn't for Pep Guardiola's Man City super team, he probably would have had 3 or 4 Premier Leagues to go to his collection as well. But that being said, he has won everything while he's been at the club. club, everything from the Premier League, the Champions League, even the Club World Cup, the FA Cup, everything. And it's going to be a difficult, for Liverpool to replace a manager of Klopp's style. That high intensity pressing game that he's implemented on every Liverpool squad he's had since he joined in 2015. So I think it's definitely going to be a massive culture shift, not so much to the Premier League, but world football in general. Klopp did say he's still got the rest of the season to go, and he wants to make sure as much of it is as possible, make the most of it as possible. So I think Liverpool are still in all competitions. They currently lead the Premier League by 5 points. They're in both the FA Cup and they're in the FA Cup, and they're also in the final of the League Cup, and they're also in the round of 16 in the Europa League as well. So there's still a quadruple of trophies to be played for and to be hopefully won for if you're a Liverpool fan. And yeah, just to see where that will go. I think will Klopp's decision to leave galvanize the players or hurt them? I personally think, since he had already told the club this in the summer, I reckon he's already told the players this already. So I don't think it'll come as a shock to him. It definitely will come as a shock to the fans and the community who only have just figured it out or only have just been notified of it. But to the players, they probably would have already known about this. So this will probably galvanize them. And the fact that Klopp's actually rebuilt the team as well. There's a lot of youngsters coming in, the likes of Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch, are three of the big transfers that came in over the summer. Darwin Núñez obviously last season, and then you got the youngsters as well, Yarrow Quansah, Bobby Clark. There's definitely a few of them as well. Caoimhin Kelleher as well, even though he's been there for a while, he's still quite young. And then you've got the existing guys, the likes of Alisson Becker, Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah. That's probably Klopp's main signing right there, is Mohamed Salah. I think without Mo Salah, probably Sadio Mane as well, they don't really go on to have the success that Liverpool have had. And I think I also mentioned Roberto Firmino as well, because he was brought in under Brendan Rodgers, and if it weren't for Klopp's role, I think Roberto Firmino's Liverpool career and probably the rest of his career would have turned out a lot more different than what it had. But anyway, guys, I think at the end of the day, I think it's probably the right decision for Klopp and Liverpool. The timing's probably not ideal, but we, as Liverpool fans will probably tell you, this day was going to come at one point in time, and I think Klopp's gone for the shock factor for the news to sort of get it out there. Personally, also, I would have thought he would probably have another couple of seasons, but I guess he's run out of energy and probably wants to take a break from management for a while and enjoy spending time with his family. So I think for his sake and for Liverpool, it's probably the right decision now, and there's still ample time to get a replacement, or there will be ample time to search for a replacement. I think the front run at the moment is Xabi Alonso, is currently got Bayer Leverkusen sitting unbeaten in the Bundesliga at the moment, but he's unproven in terms of Premier League manager, but I guess that will all remain to be seen. I think Klopp will want to finish the season on a high, as will Liverpool fans. They'll hopefully want to all win as many trophies as they can, and see what the future holds. But that has been the end of this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. What do you guys think of the Klopp news? Please let me know in the comments section down below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you never miss another upload, and I'll see you with another video very soon. Have a great afternoon and day, guys. Bye bye.